Welcome to Mindset Monday. My name is Ceech. I'm a dancer, choreographer, and a teacher. So I believe one of the most important things that everyone can do is personal development or self-improvement. So in other words, develop a strong mindset. This is important because in dance, oftentimes we get discouraged while we're trying to learn a difficult dance move or a dance routine. So why are some people able to continue to be motivated and conquer over this while some others seems to be stagnant in their dance skills? The answer to that is having the correct mindset. Today I want to introduce David Goggins. That's Goggins. To me, he's one of the toughest, the hardest man on earth. I first learned about this man through it's a podcast where I heard a story of a man doing this insane 100-mile run in 24 hours or less. And he finished it despite having fractured both of his legs, and he actually pissed blood on himself during the race. Let me take a quick step back. Now we know that it is important to have a strong mindset, but how? How do you develop that strong mindset? And I believe we do it through our own personal experience, also by the experience of others. Like maybe when you hear stories with your friends, you get inspired. Or by watching inspirational movies. It could be a fictional movie or even a non-fiction movie. I remember a few months ago, the release of The Last Dance. Now, if you haven't seen it, it's available on Netflix. It's about the Chicago Bulls. It's about Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls on their last year together, winning their 6th championship. And comment down below if this is something that you saw and it was inspirational to you, because it was definitely inspirational to me. Okay, so let's get back to David Goggins. I highly recommend you guys just Googling his name, David Goggins, or search him on YouTube. You're gonna find tons of crazy, insane, amazing, incredible things that he's done. This is his book. It's called Can't Hurt Me. I actually purchased this for my son, and for myself, I had purchased the audiobook. So I highly recommend getting the audiobooks. I'll have a link to that in the description below so you guys could get it, and also a link to the physical book for those that want to read it. I got it for my son. He actually needed to read something for his book report. The audiobook is great because for me, when I drive, I use that. I call that my drive time university, because it's a great way for me to learn lots of stuff. I want to talk about this book because it really sets a great tone for how to build a strong mindset. Now, we talked about before where you can learn from other people's experience by movies and things like that. This for sure, he went through so many things. I don't want to give away too much about this book. One of the things that he talked about, when he was young, I think like most of us, we probably experienced some form of bully, be it racism or whatever, some sort of being bullied, some sort of being picked on or something like that. And for me, as an immigrant to the United States, as an Asian American immigrant, I moved here when I was 9 years old. It was my 4th grade. I started 4th grade here in the States. Now coming here, I had zero English. So coming here, not knowing any English, and not only that, I dressed like I was fresh off the boat. I wasn't, the clothes I wear to the haircut that I got, and obviously the speech. I didn't speak a word of English. So I was an easy target. Experiencing that, the different hardships and things like that, is nothing compared to what this man went through when he was a kid. So I definitely want to, mention that, because all of us, when we're little, we probably face some form of bully, racism and such. Now, if he had gone through what he went through, man, you either break under the pressure or you use that, turn around and become this iron solid steel, if you will. Okay, now the second thing that he mentioned in this book is physical abuse or parental punishment, or parental discipline, if you will. And obviously, me as an Asian American kid, coming from the Asian family, those are the Asians out there, you guys know what we're talking about. In our family, in our tradition, our culture, it is okay for the parent to physically punish or discipline the child. And I experienced a lot of that. And by no ways am I saying my parents are abusive, but I think it was a cultural thing. It was a thing that, they believed that was right. Obviously, they didn't damage me too much, but of course I felt a lot of the pains, a lot of the physical punishment. And I want to mention this is because, David Goggins, his story was way, way different. If you actually study what he went through, it was, he went through some really bad stuff, okay? And by comparison, when I hear that, I'm just like, wow, the stuff that I went through is nothing compared to what he went through. And because of that, I really believe because of his experience, it molded him into a person with such iron mindset. I mean, his mindset is so freaking strong. Like I said, Google this guy, YouTube search him, and you'll find out all the amazing accomplishment. And when I say amazing, I think the word amazing is so underwhelming when you actually see all the things that he have accomplished. So I'm talking about incredible, unbelievable stuff that he has accomplished. And I think it's all due to his incredible mindset. All right, so now the third thing I want to mention about this book, he broke down the physical limitations. Oftentimes we always give ourselves excuses as to, why we can't do certain things, why I can't do this dance move, right? Oh, because my knee hurts, because I'm too short, I'm too tall, whatever it is, all right? So one of the things I want to relate to everybody, or relate to this book, is some of the physical limitations that I had. When I was in 8th grade, I had a pretty bad injury. I totally shattered my ankle, my right ankle, and I lost a lot of range in it. I mean, they had to reconstruct it. The X-rays show my bones were in like little pieces, jigsaw puzzles. So they had to put screws and pins in there. So if anybody had gone through that, you guys know what I'm talking about. It wasn't a pleasant experience to go through. However, that didn't stop me, right? That didn't stop me from not just dancing, but also, going through some of the athletic endeavors that I had. When I was younger, I had actually 2 school records for track and field. And in college, actually, I tore my ACL. So I had total reconstruction surgery. I actually had 2 surgeries on my knee. On my left Achilles, I tore my left Achilles actually from a dance performance. It was actually during a show that I was kicked and split my Achilles. So I'm not saying all these injuries to kind of just list off things. I'm saying it because I know we all go through it, right? I mentioned earlier, The Last Dance, Michael Jordan, tons of injuries. Any professional athletes who've gone through a high level has to go through these injuries. It's really easy for anyone to use that as a crutch or an excuse to say, hey, this is why I gotta stop and whatnot. This guy, if anybody has excuse, is this guy. If you go through this and read through his book, you will understand there's so much limitations, physical limitations that he had to overcome and accomplish some of those crazy, insane things that he has gone. Now, the reason why, again, go through this. Once you go through this, you'll realize, gosh, all these excuses that I think that I have is nothing. It's really nothing compared to what this guy had to go through. Thanks for joining me today, guys. Mindset Monday. This is where I talk about inspirational books, inspirational movies, anything that inspires us. So again, comment down below and let me know if this is something that's helpful for you. And also comment down below if there are other inspirational stories that you know, so that you can share with us, so I can share with everybody out there. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Let's have a strong mindset. Let's make this week strong. Develop your dance skills. Use this time, use this quarantine time to develop yourself. The personal development, self-improvement, that strong mindset. I'll see you next time. Peace.